So, lads, we're keeping up with the name of the channel. For once, it's looking like we are actually making daily videos. In this video, I'm going to be reacting to a Bleacher Report article about the best finals moments since 2000. As well as that, I'm going to be talking about my personal favorite finals moments as well, and basically discussing what is in this article. A link to the article will be in the description. It's an article from David Kenyon. And yeah, so lads, if you guys are new to the channel and enjoy this content, subscribe. We talk about basketball here, and we're going to be talking about basically basketball every single day. I'm going to try to get at least one video out every single day on this channel, and I'm seeing less than 50% of you guys are subscribed to this channel. So if you guys are new, hit that sub button. It's free to do, and if you like basketball, we'll be talking about it. If you agree with me, or if you even disagree with me and just want to argue in the comments, that's perfectly fine. One of the things I like about basketball is that most of the time there's no right or wrong opinion, unless it's something crazy like saying that, I don't know, Derrick Rose was better than Steph Curry, something crazy like that. Like I've heard like some bad Twitter takes, but like in general, most things there's a legitimate argument for it. Just like the LeBron MJ debate, there's a legitimate argument both sides. Heck, if you want to throw Kareem in there or even a Wilt, you can make that case. But anyway, so I'm gonna be going over this right here. So the top 8 NBA Finals moments. Okay, so All-Starless Pistons win 2004. I mean, for the basketball purists out there, this is a great one. This is a great one because you take out the All-Starless Pistons, or the Starless Pistons, sorry. You can't even call them the All-Starless Pistons, because was it the next year when they had their entire starting five except Tayshaun Prince were All-Stars? But I think that was more of a combination of two things why they won. I think it was a combination of obviously them being a great team and the Lakers being fairly dysfunctional. Their talent got them through the West, but against a team that their unit was as strong as Detroit, it was tough to beat. I wouldn't have been surprised, to be honest, had the Lakers won if they'd faced the Pacers, who the Pistons just about beat. But I'm good with that. I'm good with that one, being honest. Ron Artest steals the series in 2010. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call, like, it was incredible. It was an incredible game 7. He hit a couple of big shots, but I mean, the interview was the best part about this. The interview was the best part. If you guys don't remember the interview after the game, he had just, obviously, he was on a high. He just won the NBA Finals. He just ran out in front of the news reporters, just was like, I got Wheaties. Yo, Kobe passed me the ball. He never passes me the ball, and he passed me the ball. Kobe passed me the ball, and I shot a 3. I caught the ball, and I knew Phil was saying don't shoot it because he's the Zen master, but I shot it anyway, and it went in. Like, it is the best interview. It was a huge moment, Ron Artest sealing Game 7 of the 2010 NBA Finals. But like, you can make the exact same argument that Shane Battier did the same thing in 2013 for Miami in what was a more iconic playoff series. But man, the Ron Artest interview deserves to be on this list. His game, I'm not going to complain, but is it any different than what Battier did in 2013? Not really. Iverson steps over Ty Lue. I mean, this is one of those, like, social media will never forget it. An incredible one game that the Philadelphia 76ers won. Like, you can't knock Allen Iverson. An unbelievable performance. Unbelievable playoffs. Unbelievable the fact that he managed to get a game off the Los Angeles Lakers team that were so much better. I think overall his entire game, winning that game, deserves to be on this list. I have no question about that. I wouldn't say, I mean, in terms of just like social media stepping over Lou, maybe. But like, I think the entire game definitely needed to the entire game needed to be on this list. Celtics Game 4 comeback in 2008. I mean, fair. Like, they blew them out in Game 7. The Game 4 comeback was huge. Was that the year where Paul Pierce ran off and went off in the wheel? Was that the game where he went off in the wheelchair? I don't know. Either way, the fact that that series was crazy because both the Celtics and the Lakers, obviously the Celtics, or in the previous offseason, no one knew what was going to happen. Because the previous offseason, no one knew if the Celtics team was going to get together. And also it was looking like Kobe Bryant wanted out of LA. He'd made trade requests. And the Lakers go and get Pau Gasol, who a lot of people thought was just a soft player, putting up big numbers for bad teams. Was a massive reason for why I went to the finals, as well as obviously Kobe winning MVP. And the Celtics played as well as any first team has ever played when they've got together. So the fact it was Celtics Lakers, yeah, this deserves to be honest. Robert Horry's clutch 3. Man, big shot Bob. He was not a big maker of shots. He was a maker of big shots. No player, there is no better big moment player in the history of basketball compared to his non-big moments than Robert Horry. Robert Horry was never a star, but man, he was a man for the spectacular. I mean, that shot was huge. That shot was absolutely huge. Because, like, you just never know. If the Spurs go down 3-2 in that series, they probably lose to the Detroit Pistons, and the Detroit Pistons win 2 NBA championships in a row. But in the end, it got Tim Duncan his 3rd ring, Manu and Tony their 2nd ring. And am I right in saying that was ring number 7 for Robert Horry? Because I know Robert Horry he won 2 in LA, or won 3 in LA. He won 2 in Houston, this one in San Antonio. I think he won 7 as far as I know. But yeah, a massive shot there, because again, Detroit won game 6. Lakers finished a 3-peat. Yeah, I guess. Would it have been the same if the Warriors had done it? I know the Warriors didn't. But yeah, they're the only team to have 3-peated this century, so yeah. I don't think it would be like the most exciting thing out of all these, but in terms of like achievement, winning 3 championships in a row is probably the biggest achievement of all these. So let's see what number 2 and 1 are. My guesses are obviously Kyrie Irving shot number 2. Kyrie Irving over Steph Curry, the step back 3, number 2. Ray Allen, number 1. My personal moments that should be in here are the game 4 comeback win for the Dallas Mavericks. I think that should be low on the list in 2011, because that was when the Heat kind of imploded on themselves. And also game 3 Dwayne Wade. Game 3 Dwayne Wade versus the Dallas Mavericks deserves to be on this. I know it's not going to be, because it's not going to be 1 or 2. I know what numbers 1 and 2 are. They're going to be the Kyrie shot or the LeBron block. I think the Kyrie shot should be over the LeBron block. But knowing Bleacher Report, they probably are going to give LeBron the block. Ray Allen, number 1. No doubt about it. Ray Allen, it was a doer. He misses that shot to lose the NBA Finals. And one of the most difficult shots, because he was running backwards, jumping, and oh man, that's just crazy. That better be number 1. Oh my god, it's number 2. How do you put that shot number 2, Bleacher Report? It's the greatest shot in the history of basketball. 2 people coming at him, running backwards. Like, how is that number? And it's the top. They were down 3 as well. Like, the 2 situations with the LeBron block, it was at a tie game, as well as the Steph or the Kyrie Irving make. Neither of them were like last second of the game, do or die, miss your out type shots or type plays. This deserves to be number 1. This deserves to be number 1. LeBron chased down the block. I mean, LeBron chased down block Kyrie's 3. Okay. Both of them deserve to be there. The block and the 3-pointer. I hate the Skip Bayless versus Shannon Sharp argument of Shannon Sharp not only talking about the block and Skip Bayless only talking about the 3-pointer. The fact that both of these are together, yeah, that's what it is. Like, the fact that there were 2 unbelievable plays going one after the other, maybe I can see why it's number 1, but still, for me, this is number 1. For me, this is number 1, no question about it. But man, Dwayne Wade game 3 versus the Mavs deserves to be there. Really does. But yeah, that's pretty much it. My favorite finals moments of all time. This one was huge. But we can't forget that this was one of the worst last 4 minutes of basketball ever. It was like LeBron James dribbling the ball for 20 seconds and then missing. And then making a play to a shooter who'd miss. And then Warriors coming down, miss. It was really tense. But man, like, I remember I was watching the game with my dad, who's a big basketball fan, but wouldn't watch much of the NBA. My dad sat there for the last 4 minutes and was just like, he wasn't as emotionally invested into it as I was. And he was just watching being like, can one of these teams just score? So for me anyway, that kind of like put a dampener on this entire moment. So this moment will always be bigger though. As a Miami Heat fan, I will always have this moment as my top one. You can't really argue the three-peat. Can't argue this. I think the Celtics Game 4 comeback was not as important as Miami's Game 3 comeback in 2006. Maybe because it's Celtics and Lakers finals, you can argue that. And then Ron Artest. This was not as big as Dwayne Wade's Game 3. This was without question, not as big as Dwayne Wade's Game 3. Neither was this. And like, if anything, this was a Battier type situation. The interview, if you want to put the interview there, I'm fine with it. But man, if you don't want to talk about like Battier or any role player who's come up big in like a Game 7 of our finals, yeah. So that is the video. This is Bleacher Report ranking the best finals moments since 2000s. I don't think they're too bad. I really don't. There's a few moments that I would put in, a few that I would take out, but you know what? I can't really complain about this. So anyway, leave in the comments what your favorite moments of NBA Finals history are. Obviously, a lot of us are going to have completely different top moments. Again, I'm a Miami Heat fan, so that Dwayne Wade Game 3 was bigger than kind of everything. And I'm mentioning Battier because, well, again, I'm a Miami Heat fan, so I remember that. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like. Actually, wait. I forgot. One more moment should be in this. The first half of Game 3 of the 2014 NBA Finals, where the San Antonio Spurs barely missed. They shot like 78% for the half. And they weren't even easy shots either. They were it was madness. That deserves to be somewhere on this. And that went from a series that was 1-0, and the Heat should have won Game 1 if LeBron didn't get cramps. So it went from the Heat should have been 2-0 up to the Spurs going on from then on to breaking the finals record for the biggest winning margin. That should that half should be in here somewhere. But anyway, yep, that is pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.